what happens after we die? It's probably the biggest question humanity has ever asked, right? Well, today we're going to explore some pretty incredible answers, pulling from age-old traditions, modern research, and the ideas in the book, The Journey Home. I love this quote from Khalil Gibran. It just sets the perfect tone. For life and death are one, even as the river and the sea are one. You see, it's not about life versus death. It's about a journey, a natural flow, like a river finally reaching the sea. It's a beautiful way to start thinking about this. I mean, this is the question, isn't it? For thousands of years, this is the one we keep coming back to. It's shaped so much of our world, our religions, our philosophies, our biggest fears, and our deepest hopes. It's really at the very core of what it means to be alive. So what's the answer? Well, what's so amazing is that when you look across different cultures, different time periods, even into modern research, you start to see this incredible pattern. The answer that keeps popping up isn't about an ending. It's not about fading to black. It's a homecoming, a return to a place we belong. All right, let's start this journey where it all begins, or I guess where it all ends from our perspective here. We're gonna look at those final moments of life, that incredible process of crossing the threshold. You know, this moment, it's almost always described as a shift, not a shutdown. And what's wild is that you see the same idea in ancient texts like the Tibetan Book of the Dead and in modern reports from hospice nurses. The body is slowing down for sure, but the consciousness, it often becomes crystal clear, even more vivid than before. People report this feeling of peace, of floating, of the soul kind of loosening itself from the body. A transition, not just an end. Okay, so you've crossed that threshold. What happens next? Is it scary? Is it empty? Well, according to countless reports, the very first experience is a welcome, a universal welcome. This is where it gets absolutely fascinating. Just look at the parallels. On one side, you have ancient traditions talking about ancestors waiting for you, or soul guides like Anubis in Egypt, or angels. And then you look at modern near-death experience research, and what do they find? People meeting deceased loved ones, a figure they call a conductor, or these incredible beings of light. The words are different, you know, the culture changes, but the experience, it's the same. Someone is there to meet you, to guide you. It's just, wow. And this quote from NDE researcher Kenneth Ring, it just nails the feeling of that welcome. He says, all fear dissolves, and we know a love that is as overwhelming and welcoming as it is incomparable. Think about that. The main emotion isn't fear, it's not judgment. It's a love so powerful, so total, that every bit of anxiety just melts away. It's the feeling of finally, truly being home. So after that incredible welcome, something else often happens that's, well, it's profound. It's called the life review. And I know what you might be thinking, Judgment Day, right? But what the reports say is that it's not what we've been taught to fear at all. So how does this work? Well, first, picture your entire life. Not like a movie from start to finish, but all at once. Every single moment laid out like a giant, beautiful tapestry. Then, and this is the most important part, you re-experience it, but from the other side. You actually feel the joy you brought to someone. You feel the hurt you caused someone as if it was happening to you. So you see, the point isn't punishment. It's the ultimate lesson in empathy. Right, so it's not a courtroom scene with some big figure pointing a finger at you. The judgment is really more of an awakening. It's your own conscience seeing everything clearly, but, and this is key, it's happening in the presence of that total, unconditional love we talked about. The understanding comes from you, not from some outside force. It's about compassionate self-discovery. Okay, so you've been welcomed, you've had this incredibly insightful life review. What now? Do you just hang out on a cloud forever? Not according to the sources. What comes next seems to be way more dynamic. The soul's journey continues. So what does that journey look like? Well, it seems to have a few different parts. There's time for healing and rest, which makes so much sense, especially if someone had a tough life. Then there's this amazing reunion with your soul family, the spirits you're deeply connected to. But look, a huge chunk of it is dedicated to learning new things and even planning what comes next. This isn't a static heaven. It's a dynamic, vibrant place with real purpose. And the kind of stuff you learn, it's incredible. Part of it is unlearning all the baggage, the false beliefs and dogmas we pick up here on Earth. You also get to explore huge cosmic ideas, like how karma really works. But it's also practical. People talk about studying things they loved, history, music, science, but with a whole new level of understanding. And a big, big part of it is learning how to help other souls, how to serve. It's like the ultimate school. Okay, but let's bring this all back home, back to us. What does this mean for the people left behind? When someone we love passes, is that it? Is the connection severed? Well, a ton of evidence suggests that the veil between worlds is way thinner than we might think. I mean, just look at this number. This is stunning. More than half of hospice patients who are still conscious report seeing visions of their loved ones who've already passed away. It's like their family and friends are right there, literally waiting to help them cross over. That's incredible. And for those of us still here, that connection keeps showing up. Think about it. Have you ever had a dream about a loved one that felt just so real, more like a visit than a dream? Or seeing meaningful signs that feel like a little hello from them? There are even cases of shared death experiences, where a person sitting with the dying actually gets a little glimpse of the other side. The relationship doesn't end, it just changes. This ancient Egyptian saying just says it all so perfectly, doesn't it? To speak the name of the dead is to make them live again. That bond is kept alive through our love, through our memory. When we remember them, when we tell their stories, we keep their spirit right here with us. And that really brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. If all of this is true, if love is the bridge that connects it all, if the real measure of our life is empathy, and if it's all about learning and growing, well, how does that change the way we live our lives right now? It shifts the focus from fearing death to truly embracing life.